They always talk. They always preach that way, like against it, but be hiding in the back.
Is this a reprobate mind? Like, cause God will turn you over to a reprobate mind to think and believe that you are not doing, you're not, whatever sin you're living in, it's not sin anymore. Yeah. The ones that are sitting up here prophesying and saying what God has told them to tell a specific person, you mean to tell me this same God is not telling you to stop doing what you're doing? Hey y'all, welcome back to It's Not Personal,
It's Spiritual.
And today y'all, we are back with a reaction video of our boy Dawson Speaks, and this one is called Atlanta Church Leader Living a Double Life. I hope I said that right. Y'all, this Atlanta, Lord Jesus, I don't mean to do this Atlanta, but Lord, come on now, it's very duality. I think I said that right. Anyway, over there yonder. But anyway, y'all, like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on this video, and let's get into the video.
What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from Dawson Speak TV and D&D TV.
Y'all know we fast forward.
Thank you to those who send boxcations when I drop a new video. Now let's get into this topic. Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. Now this video is for educational purposes, and as I approach this topic with respect, I want you all to please be respectful in my comment section. Thanks. Now this story comes out of Atlanta, and it involves a praise and worship leader. Take a breath.
Dang, he started early.
Lord. Anytime there's a pastor, a praise and worship leader, or a musician at the head of the story, you know there's no good thing to come out of it. I tell you, some of these people in the Lord's church think that just because they're on stage or just because they're in the pulpit, that they're heaven sent. Well, over here at Dawson Speaks TV, you're going to get a dose of reality. So let's get into it. A Georgia church leader is facing some serious charges. Brother Marcus Turner, 32 years old, is accused of having inappropriate interactions with a young male that attended his church. Now, Brother Marcus Turner was a role model to many at his church. He was on the praise and worship team. He also was director of operations at the church he attended. Now, according to a former member of that church, she said that Marcus Turner was very close to the senior pastor. As a matter of fact, the pastor called Marcus Turner his son, spiritual son. Brother Marcus Turner was also in charge of baptizing individuals who joined the church that wanted to be baptized. He was a minister that many churchgoers trusted and held in high esteem. However, when allegations came out that Brother Marcus Turner had been living a double life, it surprised everyone in the congregation and many individuals in the community. Now listen to this. According to the arrest warrant, Brother Marcus Turner drove the boy he met at church to both Kennesaw State University campus and to the Frozen Cow Creamery. He took him to the creamery and then to the shopping center off of Cumberland Parkway in Atlanta, where he allegedly had inappropriate interactions with him. Now, a former minister director told the local news station that she believes there are more victims. Man. Fox Atlanta News Channel was able to do a story on this particular situation, and they had short clips of Brother Marcus Turner preaching at his church. So I'm going to let you all watch these videos, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary. And you all know me. I'm Dawson, and I won't hold back.
No, I was going to say he was with John Gray.
A spokesperson for Worship with Wonders tells me that Turner's leadership role as director of operations ended. Marcus Turner, from first appearances, he's such a friendly, nice guy.
Cobb County.
I just have a discernment to know that.
Thank God you do.
I don't care, y'all. I be knowing, like, no, I be hearing it. First of all, sometimes it don't come from the voice. It just be like, you just know. And he's one of the ones that you just know.
Right.
Like, you can just see it when you have a certain discernment, like,
The enemy is wreaking havoc on our schools, our universities. There is no they, them. There is no I think, I wish, maybe, if I want to be there. You're a man or you're a woman.
They always talk. They always preach that way, like against it, but be hiding in the back.
That's so weird.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit, bro.
That is so weird. And them be the main ones when they be talking about something like being the LGBTQ, homosexuality, and all that. oh, it's wrong. Like what he just said, you either gonna be this or that. And you sitting up here, you'll lead a church and go text this boy.
Exactly.
That's when I say it's mental. Spiritual mental, yeah. But you just sounded very much.
I bind up the spirit of confusion that the enemy is trying to place in the minds of people.
What do you think that is? No, we know that's the spirit of
confusion.
Spirit of confusion, because how are you able to say that?
Condemning
your human self is living a double life, but you have the audacity to come out and say these things. Now, mind you, people that know that you're doing what you're saying.
Is this a reprobate mind? Like, because God will turn you over to a reprobate mind to think and believe that you are not doing, you're not, whatever sin you're living in, it's not sin anymore. Yeah. That must be what it is, because that don't make no sense.
I bind up the spirit of confusion. Now, I break it. I curse it.
You know,
he preaches to himself.
I was just going to say yes.
He preaches
and
to
then
himself.
also it's to hush up the people that may feel like, girl, he's dabbling, he's shutting them up by saying this. He's trying to shut them up, like make them not believe what you're thinking is not true.
Yeah.
Because I'm up here preaching against this.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, y'all, let's go in. Now, first of all, before I start, let me give a shout out to Fox News Atlanta for those clips, and a special shout out to my girl Angelique, how she says it, Angelique Proctor, one of the best news anchors to do it in Atlanta. She covered this story, and so did some of the others, so you all can go to their website and check it out. Also, I want to say to the victims' parents, thank you for going straight to the authorities.
Yes.
They didn't come to social media, to their favorite blogger or vlogger with the B, and say, would you tell my story? No, they meant business. They went straight to the authorities. And I thank you for setting the example for some of these people who just run to social media when you need to run to the authorities. Now let me say this to Brother Marcus. When you were at church, and you were on that stage, and you were hyped up, you were so into it, and you started saying there is no they, them. You're either a man or you're a woman. And you went on to say, I bind the spirit of confusion. I bind the spirit of confusion. Well, sir, let me ask you this. Why did you bind the spirit of confusion that had you thinking it was okay for a 32-year-old man to be with a 15-year-old? Take a breath.
Ooh. Why do they like, man, bro?
You gotta talk to me, man.
I thought, because when he said he took him to Kennesaw, I'm thinking he dropped him off.
No. He went there to go probably do something. He went to, girl.
Oh, you don't y'all.
It can make sense.
God is not pleased.
You're binding everything else. Why didn't you bind that? I'm serious. When you allegedly took him to Kennesaw State University campus, and then you went to the Frozen Cow Creamery. Why didn't you bind the spirit of confusion while you were at the creamery? No! You went to the shopping centers off of Cumberland Parkway in Atlanta where, according to the warrant, you had inappropriate interactions with him.
Wow.
Sir, there was no binding of the spirit of confusion at any of those places.
That's how they start them grooming situations, too.
You know what? Let me just say this to you men and women who go after these youngins. Stop it. Please just stop it. And especially those of you all who are in religious institutions who, in my opinion, you're just hiding who you really are. You know what you like and you know what you want. And my thing is, this is just me. If you're going to backslide or have an unsanctified slip up, please, do it with an adult. Do it with an adult. Leave these youngins alone.
For real.
Listen to me, Marcus, and to people like you who are in religious institutions. All of that yelling, shouting, singing, dancing, huffing and puffing on stage or in the pulpit, it means nothing, absolutely nothing, if you can't live it when you get out of the church.
That makes me think, him and other people like this that still have not been exposed yet, you don't even have the Holy Spirit. So you're standing in church without the Holy Spirit, saying these things because you've been taught or you've practiced.
It's a show. That's why it's real when they say they put on a show. Because these people go lead a church and be totally different. What is in your heart?
And then these be the ones that be sitting up here prophesying, but this same God that you claim have told you this to tell someone have not sat there and told you you need to stop what you're doing.
Period. Say it again, Christine, for the people in the back.
The ones that are sitting up here prophesying and saying what God has told them to tell a specific person, you mean to tell me this same God is not telling you to stop doing what you're doing? That don't make no sense. And I know my God well enough to know when I read his word, he don't operate like that. That is not his character. That just made me mad.
That's it.
Remember, you all, you're performing in front of an audience of one. And that's not just for Marcus, that's for all of us. Don't get in front of these church people being performative. Because when situations like this happen, the community and the congregation, they're going to look and they're going to say, well, all that stuff you did on stage and in front of the church and everything you preach, and now you're on the news for this messed up situation.
Everything is
That's what they're
questionable.
going to say.
Everything.
And you all know it's true.
That's why people
They're
question
going to
the
say you were
church.
on the pulpit saying there is no they or them. Either you're a man or either you're a woman. And I break the spirit of confusion. And they're going to wonder, why weren't you honest about your own struggles? The things that you deal with. Why didn't that message help you?
Right.
You're preaching one thing in church, but when you get outside the church, you're living totally different. And I don't know why. It's not the same thing, but it's similar when Pastor Dwayne Dawkins, you all remember Pastor Dwayne Dawkins, married father of 3, his beautiful wife right there. You remember how he preached one thing, but he was living a double life. How he preached against gays.
It may be homosexuals and lesbianism in your family line, but it's not normal.
And then, a year or so later, you have a video that surfaced on Twitter with him with a man from OnlyFans. A lot of these people are preaching so hard on things that they are not so-called totally delivered from themselves.
Exactly.
And you're trying to beat it out of everyone else because you can't beat it out of you. And you all remember that situation with Pastor Dwayne Dawkins. It ruined his reputation and his church because people were like, how can you preach against gays, but you're on a video having adult interaction with a man from OnlyFans? Now I'm done with this. You all keep the victim in this situation in your prayers. And even though I know God's grace is sufficient, yes it is, we still have to obey the laws of the land.
Thank
and
you.
when we violate those laws, there are consequences for doing so. Now get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this video. Please thumbs up the video, share the video with family and friends. Thank you those who support this channel, who say, Dawson, you bless me.
Y'all, this is sickening. Like my sister said earlier.
What?
What is going on? Like, what is going on?
And
that's why people, the church is corrupt. I'm gonna say it. The church is not what it used to be or how we was raised. Like, no, it's not the same. You got pastors wanting to be social media stars. You got situations like this that'll scar a person that's not raised in church and look at the church and be like, oh, I'm fine.
Exactly.
I'll take another route for $200, Alex.
See, and my thing is this: now this 15-year-old boy is traumatized, even though he may have.
He may have decided to do it, but
you wrong. You could have manipulated him. His mind is not there yet. And then not only that, what if he was in a situation where he actually asked you, what did you like? What if he saw your sermon and said, what do you mean by no they, there, them, and there? What would have been your response if he really was genuinely asking you that? Like, I saw your sermon and you were saying you either a man or a woman, none of that. What does that mean? What would you have said?
Oh yeah, well, the Bible. He would have went biblical probably, but
I'm struggling. What you would have said?
Yeah, he would have made something out like that.
Like, that just made me mad. And then you sitting up here at your 32-year-old age, sitting up here doing this. Like, you could have got like Dawson said, you could have got an adult that was willing.
Yep.
And I'm not condoning same-sex marriage,
No.
but the fact that you went to go get this boy. And then you took him to the ice cream shop and all that allegedly, and we still don't know how did it come about.
Yeah.
Did he tell his parents or what?
Exactly, because he is the victim, and it came up. The text messages, the parents found the text message, and went to authorities immediately. That's what I would have did immediately. No hesitation.
And honey, you on Fox 5 News, and you got your mother shot.
Exactly.
So I mean, now you
what's his name? Something Hunter.
But my thing is this too. This might be a little off subject, but like he said, when you find out somebody is doing this, everything before that happened prior, I don't care if he spoke a word, everything is questionable. If you prophesied to someone, everything is questionable.
Laying hands, you baptizing me.
Yeah, and then that's what I'm gonna say. You the leader of the. He said something about the praise leader, and then your direct operations over.
Baptizing.
Who are you laying and throwing over in the water and doing this? Not me.
Correction.
Absolutely not. And my thing is this: where is the discernment of like?
Yeah.
I don't want to I don't want to like question the pastors that's over him. But where is the discernment of y'all saying?
Exactly.
Wait a minute. I see. No.
But do you remember he did mention that he was very close to the pastor and that was his spiritual son. So we're gonna start there. Who is the root? He probably was. Who is
the pastor?
Who the pastor?
Who the pastor in Atlanta?
That's what it is. That's what.
See, that principality.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going
but with
on.
that being said, y'all, we're gonna let y'all comment down below and give us your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know, guys. And with that being said, with all this, what we saying, always remember, it's not personal.
It's spiritual.
And with that being said, God bless.